Good evening, everybody. Yes, let's talk supplements. I am so super excited to be talking about vitamins and minerals with you today. So let's just dive right into this, right? And so I'm going to share my screen. Yay. And we're going to be talking about vitamins and minerals. I'm so very excited. So super excited. All right. So let's first start off with what's in our vitamins and minerals. Let's find out like what they are, right? So before we can just really truly dive into it, what are vitamins and minerals? So vitamins and minerals are nutrients that your body needs but cannot produce on its own, right? So your body has to get it from the things that we intake, the things that we digest, right? All right, so organic essential nutrients are nutritional supplements like vitamin C are what are called water soluble. And a breakdown, they break down easily in our body because they are water soluble. They go through our kidneys and then they excrete through our urinary tract system, right? So with that, anything that is water soluble, that is a nutrient that we need, an essential nutrient, it needs to be taken on a daily basis. We need vitamins support the function of cells and facilitate reactions in our cell, which is really pretty cool because what that means is our cells need to rejuvenate every day. They need to build every day. They need to be creating every day. They need to be working, busy, active every day in order for us to be at our optimal health. So those water soluble pieces help those cells keep moving, working, doing what they need to do, which is cool. All right. Then you have fat soluble, okay, nutrients, and those are broken down in the fat that's in our body. Now, these supplements can stay in our body longer because they are harder to excrete, right? And you can actually overdose. What? You can actually overdose on vitamins. What is that? Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit more, right? And so the reason that you can is because they are harder to excrete when they're fat soluble. So they're just holding, they're in a holding pattern sometimes in your body. And the more and more you're taking them, it's just building up, building up. And that can have an adverse reaction within your body. Now, fat soluble vitamins, minerals are going to be excreted. They're going to first go through your liver and they're going to be excreted through your bowel movements, right? Okay, so what are some of the fat soluble vitamins? Now, vitamins D, which is the sun vitamin, vitamin A, vitamin K, and vitamin E are all fat soluble vitamins. Now, oh, yeah, we're going to find out a whole lot of interesting things together today. It's going to be awesome. All right, so non-organic essential nutrients are called minerals. Those are minerals. You're going to see them on the periodic table. You remember that in school. The zinc, the magnesium, right? The calcium, all of that. So some minerals support the nerve function. Our nerve function. Think about that. Think about that. Your nerve function, your brain, things like that, right? Nerve function and the strength of the structure of a cell. How strong that cell is, how it's structured, right? Both of those things are important, the vitamin and our mineral intake. So why do we take vitamins? Well, of course we take vitamins because we want to be healthy. Of course we take vitamins because we're told you need your daily vitamins. We want to do the little bit that we can to improve our health, right? Absolutely, we want to do those things. But let's break it down a little bit more specifically than that and find out why our bodies are deficient in different areas and stages of our life, right? So you have deficiencies because of essential nutrients, and you have normal gaps that occur in our levels based on our age and our gender. We can have deficiencies there. Another reason for deficiencies are nutrigenetics. You can inherit gaps through your genetics. So you can literally inherit things that you're going to be deficient in from birth. All right. So some of the things that are common deficiencies is iron. Okay. When you're pregnant, you need more iron. Iron is not one of those things that should be taken with milk. You should use a citrus juice or beverage when you're taking it, or take it on an empty stomach, right? We're going to talk about iron a little bit more with Young Living's Imbalance Complete. But then moving forward, you have vitamin D. All right, so in vitamin D, that is the sun vitamin, and you can get that from absorbing the sun. But especially now with COVID, we're not really getting outside very often, right? And on top of that, vitamin D helps us to absorb magnesium and calcium. All right, so then you have vitamin B12. Now, vitamin B12 is actually eliminated by vitamin C. Vitamin C says, hey, I'm more important than you. I'm going to override what you do, and I'm going to do my function because my function is more important than your function. That's what vitamin C says. So because vitamin C says that, then it overtakes what's going on with the B12 in your body. And so your body is not able to absorb B12 if you can at the same time that you're taking vitamin C. Well, check this out. Vitamin B12 is very important as well. Definitely has a place in our bodies and in our life function. So what you want to do is just have at least an hour between the two of them before you're taking and not take them together. So at least an hour between the two so that your body can get the maximum benefit of both vitamins because they are both very, very important. All right. It's also best to take your Bs in a complex and not individually. So here's what that means. You have vitamin B, vitamin 3, vitamin 6, 9, 12. You have several different vitamin Bs. It's best that you take them in a supplement that has them all together because they complement each other and they help encourage each other to be at their best and to be absorbed at its most valuable levels, right? So super cool thing to know. All right. So then with that, you have calcium. So let's talk about this calcium by way of lack of vitamin D, because there are lots of things that have calcium available to us. Calcium is one of those things that you really could be taking in abundance because of all the ways that you can put calcium in your body. But you can be calcium deficient if you don't have vitamin D, the amount of vitamin D that you need in your life. Your body cannot absorb the calcium. It's rejecting it because it doesn't have its partner, vitamin D or K or magnesium, that helps it do what it's supposed to do in its body. Mind blown, right? Absolutely. So here we are taking all these vitamins, we're taking all these supplements, we're doing all these things, right? And we're thinking that we're doing it to the best that we can do. And it's like, oh man, I'm taking charge of my health, when all in actuality, our bodies are just excreting it to waste and not absorbing it, seeing it as something as excess, seeing it as something as extra, seeing it as something it doesn't need, when in fact it does need it. And our bodies are just pushing it out. So we have to know how these vitamins and minerals work together and how they combat each other. That's why there's some vitamins that you want to take in the morning, some that you want to take in the evening, right? Because you want to optimize what you're doing and not just waste your money on top of that, right? All right, so we're going to talk about the Young Living B complex in just a little bit. We'll go over that as well. All right, so magnesium, same thing. It can be something that is deficient. It can be something that's deficient because we don't have enough vitamin D in our bodies. Now, vitamin C, vitamin C is like everywhere, right? Your fruits, it's in your vegetables, like bell pepper. I love putting fresh bell pepper on like so many things. And I'm getting my vitamin C in that way. Spinach, right? Potatoes. There's so many ways for us to get our vitamin C. So it would be, plausible to think that you're getting enough vitamin C. You're drinking orange juice and things like that. But the thing about it is some of those things have very small traces of vitamin C. And then on top of that, vitamin C is water soluble, right? So it's being flushed out daily. But then if you're pregnant, you need more vitamin C. If you're sick, you need more vitamin C. Your source of vitamin C is extremely important. Listen, vitamin C can be taken with and without food. And it's really up to the individual because everyone is different. So if you take it on an empty stomach, it is definitely possible that you get an upset stomach or some nausea, things like that, right? And so that's normal. And a lot of times, I don't think they tell us that, but that is something that is normal. But it is also in some reports and things that they are looking into that if you are overdosing on vitamin C supplements, that it can lead to kidney stones. So it is very important that you pay attention to the type of vitamins that you are using. It is very important that you abide by the guidelines of the recommended dosage and not going over that when you're looking at these over the counter supplements. Now, if you're eating apples and oranges and you're taking in natural sources of vitamin C, that's a different story. But when you are taking supplements, it is very important that you abide by what the recommended dosages are and you're not overdosing. Because even if you are eating with it, it is a possibility that if you're overdosing on vitamin C, you can still get those stomach pains. You can still get those cramps. You can still get that nausea and issues going on with your stomach. It could lead to diarrhea, things of that nature. So please, please, please pay attention to that. Across the board, hands down, every health professional says that it is best to get it from the actual source. We've been through that, right? And then but then you have to consider if that source has been contaminated, right? You have to be mindful of those things as well. So our health is always a balance. Our health is always a balance. It's a balance. All right. So after this one, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just a little bit because I just want to talk to you guys. But here I have a picture of what I think is like just some basic meals that, you know, most people, at least here in the US, would be eating maybe on a daily basis, you know. So I wanted to just put maybe just some common things that you might see on your dinner plate, your lunch plate, and your breakfast plate, and talk about the nutrients that you're getting from those items. All right. So on the breakfast plate, we have 2 eggs. You have it sunny side up, which is actually my favorite, you know, fried and with sunny side up because you have that runny yolk, which is awesome. I love that on toast. Now, the toast here looks like it's white bread in the picture, but I'm going to go ahead and give it the benefit because of the illustration that we're going to be doing to say that it's a whole grain bread, right? And then on top of that, you have the bacon that's there. For lunch, you're trying to be really, oh, and let's not forget about the orange juice. You have the orange juice that's there for breakfast as well. For the lunch, you have a salad because you're trying to be healthy, right? So you have a salad with cherry tomatoes, which are the best tomatoes to eat because they are packed with vitamin C, right? And then you have some spinach that's there. So you're getting the nutrients from your spinach, also getting vitamin C from that. You're getting carrots there. You have the ready feed vegetables. You also have iceberg lettuce. Now, iceberg lettuce is something that I've been told time and time again, there is no health benefit at all in iceberg lettuce. I've been told that over and over again. And so I took iceberg lettuce out of our salads because I'm like, you're not getting any benefit from it. So why is it here? And the kids are like, oh, no, because we like iceberg lettuce. I like the taste of iceberg lettuce as well. But here's what I have to tell you guys. I'm going to give you iceberg lettuce back for anyone who stopped eating it because, oh man, there's nothing to it. I'm going to give you iceberg lettuce back. Here it is. There are traces of vitamins and the minerals that we need is in small traces. It is in small traces, but especially when you compare it to the darker vegetables, like the darker leafy vegetables like kale and like spinach, it traces of it when you compare it to that, but it is there. But here's the best thing about iceberg lettuce. It is one of the hydrating foods that we can eat. Yes. So it's very hard for most of us to drink that much water throughout our day. but there are foods that you can eat that are hydrating, that adds to that water level that you need every day. Yay! So awesome to know. So iceberg lettuce is one of those hydrating foods. So of course we also have our glass of water because we want to get in our water throughout the day wherever we can, right? And for dinner, we have a sweet potato, which is going to be that beta carotene that we talked about. It's going to be the grilled chicken, which is the grilled chicken breast, which is one of the healthiest parts of the chicken you can eat. Some broccoli, some more tomatoes, and iced tea with a twist of lemon. And so iced tea, oh, I love iced tea so much. And there's actually nutrients in tea. Yes. Now, they are greater in your black and your green teas. They're more potent there, but you also have some nutrients that are in tea. So I'm super excited because I just wasn't sure about that. I just love iced tea. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just a moment and just kind of talk to you guys just a little bit about exactly where we are in that and what we would have just eaten in that day of those three pictures of the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner. All right. So did you know that every single vitamin and mineral that we need to be taken, the majority of them were covered in those plates and in what we were drinking there? Yeah, absolutely. So, in fact, some of them overlapped each other and gave us more of what we needed. So when you look at like the vitamin A or the carotene that we need, you're getting that in the eggs, you're getting that in the sweet potatoes, you're getting that in the spinach, right? If you had fortified milk, you'd be getting it there. Things like that. So there, you're getting that in all, we actually got that in all three of our meals. Some of the things like, the whole grains and the eggs, right? And the potatoes, then you're getting, with the whole grains and the eggs, you're getting riboflavin, that B2 that you need. In like the chicken and the whole grains and the potatoes, you're getting the niacin that you need, which is the B3. It's another one of those B3s. So there were several things that we're getting in our diet from the place that you saw. Now, are we getting all that we need? That would be the question, right? But you're definitely getting what you need. Some of the vitamins and the minerals that you need to the level is the question. Okay, so I just botched the way I said that, so I'll say it again in just a second. But some of the things that we did not get in any of those three plates is vitamin D. Vitamin D was one of the things that you did not see. If that's just a regular plate for you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you did not see vitamin D there. There was no fortified milk. There was no fortified margarine, right? No fortified cereals in that. There was no fatty fish in that. So you did not see vitamin D there. You would think that you didn't see fluoride there. However, what if our water had fluoride in it? There are waters that have fluoride already in them, and a lot of times our tap water, so you need to check on that if it has fluoride in it. Another reason for you to double check to find out if your tap water has fluoride in it is because fluoride is not good for kids. So it's only at a certain age level and up that fluoride becomes important in our diet. So you definitely want to take a look at that. So you didn't see toothpaste there, but if you brushed your teeth that day and you have fluoride in your toothpaste, then guess what? You did take in fluoride. All right. So, and again, with the tea, commercial teas actually have a fluoride in them. You have a greater source in green and black. So that's actually one of them. So you would think that you didn't have fluoride on those plates, but guess what? You did. And the things that we were drinking, it was in that the tea that we were drinking, right? It was traces of fluoride there, small amounts, but it was there. All right. So Selenium is another one of those minerals that we didn't see there. You get selenium from organ meats, like brain, ew, right? But yep, brain is actually one of those things that you can get some of the minerals that you wouldn't get from other things, like kidney, right? And even testicles from animals and things like that have selenium in them, right? Whew. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I don't eat any of those, so I'm going to get mine from a supplement. Yeah. All right. So then some seafoods also come with selenium. I'll get mine from that. Walnuts sometimes. So plants, and it just depends on the soil content. Some grain products will have that in it as well. So it really wasn't much that you didn't see in just some of those common foods that we'd be eating throughout the day. So the question really has to go to, why would we need a multivitamin? Why would we need a multivitamin? If the things that we're eating throughout our day pretty much has a plethora of vitamins and minerals that we need in our body, why are the supplement industry on the shelf pushing multivitamins? See, the thing about it is, you saw that iron combats with calcium, right? And so in a multivitamin, you're going to see small traces of iron in it. And we're going to talk about, I'll show you in just a little bit, but you're going to have small traces of iron so that it can naturally survive, right? Balance out with some of those other vitamins and minerals that cancel it out. So there's a balancing even in the multivitamin that the manufacturer has to look at so that your body will absorb it, right? But watch this. If you're taking iron in a multivitamin, but you're iron deficient, you're not getting the amount of iron that you need in your diet because it had to be implemented at such a low level that it wouldn't combat and harm the intake of the other vitamins. Not only that, I'm going to just reiterate this here, that when you're getting vitamins from off the shelf, look and see, read the label, look at what fillers have been placed there, what artificial pieces have been placed there, what sugars have been placed there. Look at these things because that is extremely important, because then you're balancing, you're off balance of your health because the toxins and the things that are being added to that are negative are higher than the benefit. And if what you're taking has a negative piece that is higher than a benefit, then you really got to second guess the things that you're taking. You really have to take a look at that again if it's actually a health benefit, because again, your health is a balancing act. It's a balancing act because you can't do away with all the toxins that are out there in the world. You just can't. You have things that are in our air, things that are in our environment, things that are in our food in the grocery store. You just can't. So it has to be a balancing, okay? Absolutely has to be a balancing. So the question goes to, why, again, are we taking a multivitamin? Across health care industries, it has been put out for a while now, but we just don't maybe read a lot about it. Maybe I didn't read a lot about it until I did the research. It just hasn't seemed to be in our face that they do not recommend buying up all of these vitamins from off the shelf. It is not a recommendation. Just putting that out there. All right. So now let's talk about Young Living. Let's talk about Young Living. We talked about a little bit ago that it is recommended that you get the vitamins and minerals that you need directly from the source. So what does essential oils do? And essential herbs that are infused with essential oils, what does it do? So glad you asked. So glad you asked. So I'm going to tell you. All right. So essential oils are pulled from the leaf, from the seed, from the pulp, sometimes from a tree, from the bark of a tree. Well, I should say the sap that's in the bark, but then you get some of the bark too. But anyway, it is pulled directly from nature. Now, where you're getting your essential oils and your herbs from, again, the source of it is very important because the question then goes to, is it a pure source? Is it a source that doesn't have pesticides that are involved in the seed, in the ground, right? On the leaves, insecticides, chemicals, different additives. You really got to know the history of the seed of the oil. Yes, the history of the seed of the oil. So with Young Living, one of the reasons why I choose Young Living is because from seed to the seal, from the seed until it gets to the bottle with the top on it and to you, they know the history of every single bottle of oil that is sent to you, every herb. Now, here's the wonderful thing about the supplements that Young Living does have to offer. The herbs are infused with essential oils. So essential oils help them to break down in your body. And so you're not just getting up to 30% of what you need. You're getting up to at least 80, maybe 90%, but definitely at least 80% of what you are purchasing. You're getting that absorbed in your body. So with that, I'm going to share my screen again, and we're actually going to go to Young Living's website, and we're going to take a look, just a gander, at what Young Living has to offer. And I am stalling right now because I already had this pulled up on my screen. And okay, I had too many windows open. People tell me that all the time that I had too many windows open. There it is. That's why I didn't see it. All right, so let's take a look at the Young Living website. All right, here we go. So youngliving.com. And when you get to the website, right, if you go right up here to the top, you see all these cool little labels. This is how you get to the page that I'm on. You go to products, healthy and fit. So you want to scroll down to where it says healthy and fit and click on healthy and fit. When you do that, you will be on the page that you see right now. So this is all of the supplements that Young Living has to offer. Sleekish, our weight management line. We're not talking about that today. That's a whole nother conversation. Ningxia Red. I will touch on this at the end of our presentation today, but it really is another conversation. So I'll let you know about Ningxia Red at the end of our presentation. But I want to take a look at these, the foundation nutrition, the targeted nutrition, and also the cleansing nutrition. All right. And once we're through going through these, we're not going to go through all of them. No, we're not going to go through all of them, but I do want to point out a few of them that is really very important that we add into today's conversation about vitamins and minerals. All right. And at the end of it, I want you to take notice of what you don't see. All right. So let's click on foundation nutrition. So when you click on foundation nutrition, I'm going to blow my screen up here so you can see it really nicely. The first thing we're going to look at is the balance complete. So let me bring that over here, balance complete. So I'm going to click on that, right? So when you look at the balance complete, let's see what's inside the balance complete. I'm going to bring that right over here, blow it up all nice and big so you can see it. All right. So in the balance complete, you see that there's A, C, D, E, riboflavin, thiamine, niacin, all these things, all these vitamins and all these minerals. Look at all these minerals. You have the selenium. There was one that was a deficiency, right? Selenium. You have zinc, magnesium, all of these. But then look at the iron. See, remember what we talked about? That there has to be a balancing in order for you to be able to absorb these things, right? So you see that the iron is at 2%, 2%, because there has to be a balancing. Well, why would Young Living offer this balance complete if I just told you that, all these things have to be a balancing? Why are we even taking multivitamins when we're eating foods and things like that? And I'm going to show you why. Watch this. Okay, so we're going to go up here And we're going to shrink my screen just a little bit so that I can there it is. Now it's letting me scroll. I'm going to scroll to how to use. All right. So in the how to use, it says add 2 scoops of Balance Complete. This means that it's a powder form. It's not a pill. It's a powder form, which means that your body is going to be able to absorb it better. So add 2 scoops to Balance Complete to 8 to 10 ounces water or milk of your choice. Shake, stir, or blend until smooth. For added flavor, you can add fruit or essential oils. So during your Living's 5-day nutrient cleanse, replace, I'm going to highlight that. It says replace your 3 daily meals. Look at that, your 3 daily meals, right? When you're doing the 5-day nutritive cleanse, replace 3 meals with Balance Complete and follow recommended schedule. For your daily health maintenance, replace your least, look at that, replace your least nutritious meal. There it is. Replace your least nutritious meal with Balance Complete. For weight management programs, replace, there's that word again, replace 2 daily meals for the weight management program with Balance Complete. Look at that. So it's a meal replacement. So notice that it's not a multivitamin that you take along with other things that you're eating and all the meals of your day and things like that. This is a meal replacement. Very important for us to know. All right, so let's go back to our Healthy Fit page, right? All right, so going back to our Healthy Fit page, I'm going to go right back here to Foundation Nutrition. We're going to take a look at a couple other things. So I'm going to stretch this out so that you can see what we have there. This is a kit of several different things together. We're not going to talk about that one. I'll at least show you the inner defense. So let's take a look at inner defense. We're not going to click on it, but I at least want to show you the inner defense. Here we go. All right, so the inner defense, these are soft gels. This is going to be good for immune system. You have probiotic, prebiotic for the Kid Sense Mighty Pro that we have there. So that's going to be very important. We'll talk about probiotics and prebiotics on another day. That's another conversation. But for anyone who has ever researched probiotics, it is extremely important for everyone for gut health. Absolutely everyone to be taking a probiotic. So Life 9 is our probiotic. And so you have vitamins, Mighty Vites for kids here. You have Mighty Zyme for kids here. So you definitely have those. Let's take a look at, and so we do have, well, let's take a look at this for the kids. So we know that kids oftentimes don't get all the nutrition that they need, right? They love McDonald's, they love Burger King, they love all these junk foods, they sneak candies, all this kind of stuff. So guess what? There is a multivitamin for kids. So let's take a look at that. Let's look at the sugars that's in here. Look, includes 2 grams. 2 grams. Total sugars are 3 grams. That is awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Carbohydrates that are there, right? You have your vitamin C and your vitamin D. So there is definitely, here we go, vitamin B12 that's here from organic food blend. I need you to take a look at this, because even though this is a multivitamin for kids, look at what this is from. It is from the source. This is from an organic food blend. Look at this. Organic food blend over and over again. Look at this. Look at this. Folate. I don't know if I talked about folate, but it was one of the things that were mentioned. So that's where you're getting the vitamin D from. These are from organic sources. Remember, we said that it is recommended that you get it straight from the source. Look at that. From an organic food blend, It has wild berries in it. So this is what you are getting right here, right? Look at that. In the kids multivitamin. Okay, awesome. Wanted to go ahead and show you that. All right, so let's go back to Healthy and Fit, see what else we have here. All right, so going back to Foundation Nutrition. All right, let's see. Oh, there's so many things. I want to blow up my screen so you can see all that's here. You have mineral essence. So that's going to be a mineral supplement, right? I just want to kind of just show you kind of what's available. We're not going to click on all of these. The omega dyes. So we know that the omegas 369, those things can be one of those things that we're deficient in as well. So that's there. I'm going to show you the super B complex. So let's take a look at the super B complex. All right. So if you're pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have medical condition, consult with your healthcare practitioner. Remember, doctor's important prior to use. If you take it on an empty stomach, you may experience temporary niacin flush warming sensation. Look at this. We take things throughout our day off the shelf, and then our bodies have a reaction to it. And oftentimes we don't even realize why our bodies are having that reaction. Did you know that from vitamin B, from that you can sometimes have a warming sensation? Is flushing out the niacin in your body if you take it on an empty stomach? I mean, I don't know. Look at your bottle that you have at home. If you have one at home, read the label, see if it tells you these things. I don't know if it does. Maybe it does. But read the label and see if it tells you these things. But this tells you that you may experience that. So don't take it on an empty stomach. We talked about that a little bit earlier, about taking things on an empty stomach, right? I think at least we did. I've done this session a few times. So I hope your session, I did talk about that because some vitamins you definitely need to take something to eat with it. When you're taking vitamin C, that's another one that it's good to take when you eat, but we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a little bit, okay? And so you have all of your B's and your magnesium and your zinc and all of that there, right? All right, so let's go to foundation nutrition. Let's go back to that. All right, so Life 9 is the adult probiotic, just kind of enzymes. Enzymes are very good for breaking down your food. We'll talk about that a little bit more in just a little bit. Again, I just want to give y'all just an idea of the things that are here. All right, super vitamin D. So remember, that's one of the ones that is commonly deficient, the one that comes from the sun. So we have that there. But I want you to see, we're going to look at, the last one we're going to look at on this page is going to be the vitamin C's. Oh, actually, no, that's not the last one we're going to look at. I'm going to show you another one. Okay, wait. I'm so excited. Okay, wait. Let's do the vitamin C first. All right, so with the vitamin C, okay, so you see there's two different kinds here. You have one that's chewable, and then you have the vitamin C here. So I'm going to show you this one first, the vitamins, the Super C, and then we'll go to the Super C chewable. All right, so on the Super C chewable, let's read the how to use. For reinforcing immune strength. One of the things that we should also know is that you want to take oftentimes vitamin C with meals. Right? So let's take a look at the ingredients here. All right, so look at that. Look at that, vitamin C, you have your calcium, you have your zinc, magnesium, potassium, all of that, right? Okay, so now let's go to the chewable. I'm gonna hit my back button this time. Let's go to the chewable. Boop. All right, so let's click on the chewable. All right, so on the chewable, look at how to read this one. Take daily or when additional vitamin C is desired. Directions: take one chewable tablet 3 times daily or as needed. Keep out of reach of children if you're pregnant, nursing, the normal caution that you stamp onto everything, right? Let's talk about the importance of our teeth and what our teeth do for us. So note that this is a chewable vitamin, right? Now, our teeth, we have them for a purpose and a reason. And it's not just to make it easier to swallow food, it is also easier to process the food. So we have to chew our food, we have to break it down, put it in smaller pieces before it gets to the inside of our body, right? To our digestive system so that it can process it better. So God is so awesome that he just knows everything about us because he created us. And he knows that we need to break down our food before, so that our bodies can process it to the best of its ability. So you have a chewable there. Notice that it doesn't say anything about food. Now watch the ingredients. Remember that movie? I think it was Daddy's Daycare, I think, with yeah, Daddy's Daycare, I think was the name of it. And there was a cute little girl. She was allergic to dextrose. I just saw that. I just wanted to throw that out there. And she was saying all those big words. It was super cute. But anywho, notice here that this one contains milk product. So that's why it doesn't say eat it with, take it before you eat, because it's a milk base here. And so it is going to help coat your stomach and be able to process the vitamin C. Interesting, right? I know. So, with that being said, on the vitamin C, I wonder if the one that you bought off the shelf, again, I don't know. I haven't gone to buy any to go and look. I guess we can Google it and put it on the screen and see. But just if you have it at home, look and see if it tells you those things. If it tells you that you need to take it with something to eat or things like that. So what Young Living does, my point, is that it doesn't just throw product out there. It gives you the baseline for what you need to make sure that you are taking everything that you have here to maximize the health benefit of what your body needs. Super exciting, right? All right. So one more thing that I'm going to show you under Foundation Nutrition, just because I want you guys to know that we have it. All right. So that's this right here. Vitality drops. So a lot of times we don't like the taste of water, right? And so we want to do the vitality drops. Look at that. And it comes in citrus and lavender and lemon together. And so you have the variety there, but it's pretty cool because this is just a flavoring, a natural. Let me say that again. A natural. Let me say that again. A natural. Did you feel like I was doing the no, that ain't it. You didn't. Okay. But anyway, here you definitely see that you can add to your water and have something natural, a natural flavoring to your water. All right. So that's definitely what I wanted to show you guys. All right. So let's come out of this one and let's go to targeted nutrition. All right, so on the targeted nutrition, let me just kind of blow this up here. Agilis helps with joint health. You have alkaline, and a lot of these you can pretty much tell what it helps with just by the name. Allerzyme has enzymes in it to help you break down your food. That's really very important, especially if you're eating a lot of red meats. This is Allerzyme helps your gut by helping you break it down, helps your body break down the foods that you're taking in. Amino-wise, amino acids. So a lot of this is going to be here. We're not going to go through all of these. You have a detox zyme. So definitely just want to show you guys some of the things that we have. Let's see. MU-Pro is really big for building your immune system. KMB is another one. And so I just want to kind of show you guys just some of the things that we have available. Mind-wise, it's going to have turmeric in it. Turmeric. Yes, turmeric. Mindwise has turmeric in it. So it's definitely a good one to have. You have Power Jives, you have the protein, Power Bites over there. So just several things that are health benefits. Sulfurzyme, if anyone who knows the benefit of sulfur and enzymes in your body, that one right there is definitely a good one to have as a part of your daily routine. You have the protein completes that's in powder form there. Sleep Essence is going to be those pieces that help us to sleep. It actually, the vitamins and minerals that we need that helps our body be able to rest. So you have that there. there's the sulfurzyme. Again, you just have the 8 ounce instead of the bigger one there. Super Cal, you have that for your calcium and the thiamine. So I wanted to show you guys just what we do have. Now let's talk about what we don't have. Did not see a multivitamin, except for the children's multivitamin, which we do have, which all has an organic source to every single one of them, right? So you did see that there. Then also, you didn't see a whole lot of individual vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin, we do have the vitamin D because that's one of the ones that's common deficiency, things like that, right? Vitamin A is one of the ones that is pretty hard to have a deficiency in vitamin A. Definitely not going to say that it's not possible, but it's pretty hard to have that. So you don't see just this influx of vitamins that need to be taken because you should be getting it from the source. Now, the beautiful thing about this, I just showed you the supplements. That's all I showed you was the supplements. But with Young Living, there are singles and there are essential oil blends, like carrot oil that comes directly from the carrot, from the source, right? There is, oh wow, there is lemon oil directly from the source. So if it comes in nature, if it's a plant or a vegetable or a fruit that comes in nature, did you guys know that there are some fruits that are not come from nature? They're infused, that they're in, or I should say, they're infused because they take two and they cross blend them together to create a new fruit. Did you know that? When I found that out, I was like, what? Okay, but anyway, if it comes directly from nature, directly from the hand of God, more than likely we have an essential oil that is derived from the seed or derived from the plant's leaf or the tree's sap, or maybe even the bark, whatever the case may be, that it is in an essential oil. Awesome. All right. So directly from the source. Okay, so now that we looked at foundation and targeted, there's and cleansing nutrition. Oh, we actually didn't look at cleansing nutrition. So just really quick, I just want to show you what we do have. We're getting ready to talk about Ninja. These are some of the kits that are combined together, but then you can also get them in, so you see the Digest Cleanse there. So you can also get them in the individual. I do want to talk about the multigreens. I do want to pull that here. And so the Pear Free is here. All right, so let's look at the multigreens. Oh, this is so awesome. So excited. All right, so I want to look at the ingredients in the multigreen. Look at that. This is going to be your chlorophyll. Anybody who has learned how important chlorophyll is to your body. And all of these things are important to fighting radicals and helping oxidation in your body, like all the vitamins and the minerals that we take in, the things that are building our immune system. These things are very important because we're getting so many toxins in our body that we have to be able to combat them on a level that really makes a difference in our lives. And so look at this. The chlorophylls is what you're going to have here. Bee pollen. You have barley here. The spirulina. Now this is a leaf, and then you have alfalfa. Who eats alfalfa on a daily basis? I don't think I've even seen alfalfa in a store. Not here. Maybe if I go to the farmer's market or something, I don't know. But kelp is here. You have the rosemary oil that is going to be blended with this to help it break down your body. Remember, I said that our herbs are infused with essential oils, pure essential oils derived directly from the source, so that it helps to break it down in your body and you get a greater benefit, right? So lemon is here, you have melissa. So all of these things, you have your amino acid complex that's here. So this is an awesome supplement, awesome supplement. So notice that if there's a supplement that's on Young Living, it is because that supplement is needed in our body. It's not just a whole bunch of, hey, here's this, here's that, here's that. Young Living wants to make sure that you're actually intaking things that your body needs and not overdoing it, right? Not causing adverse reactions in your body. So those are the things that I really wanted to point out on foundation targeted, and then all the cleansing nutritions that we have. There's some healthy cooking. We actually have grain cereals. It's actually pretty good too. I had to eat it dry as a snack, but we have those, some things that are cooking. We have a cookbook as well, all those types of things for you. All conversations for another day. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is Ningxia Red. All right, so Ningxia is actually the name of a province. All right, so Ningxia is actually a province in Asia, and where the goji berry is grown. And the goji berry, and they actually call it wolfberry in that area. So whether you call it the goji berry or whether you call it the wolfberry, it's the same berry. And for thousands of years, this superfruit of superfruits. I mean, if you've ever heard of superfoods, it's those foods that are packed with the most benefit, right? So a superfruit is a fruit that is packed with the most benefit. Well, the goji berry or the wolfberry is the superfruit of superfruits. And this would be the fruit that if you, it would, it would be faster than a speeding bullet. It would be able to leap buildings in one bound. It would, be on top. It is the Superman, the Superwoman of fruits. All right. So within this one tiny, tiny berry, matter of fact, let's just switch our screen here. Let's do that. And let's share something else. All right, let's go back to our PowerPoint and let's do that. And let's share that instead. All right, cool. So that's what the wolfberry or the goji berry looks like, okay? And so you see it's a little bit tiny berry, but this thing is crazy healthy. It's the highest level of B1, which is thiamine, and B3, vitamin C, the beta carotenes for your eyes, your liver, right? Your kidneys. So liver and kidneys. Liver and kidneys health. Like, that's crazy. This is water soluble, but it benefits your liver and your kidneys, which is absolutely wonderful. It balances out your blood sugar because it's helping your kidneys to be able to function at the level they need to function at, right? This berry, this tiny berry does this. It is absolutely awesome. It contains, again, all of the amino acids. It is a 21% soluble fiber. It has a building protein, including growth and development. It for cellular healing and cellular repair. This berry, this tiny berry, it helps promote normal digestion because it has that soluble fiber in it. Listen, a soluble, think about what that means. We talked about the difference between water soluble and we talked about the and fat soluble, right? But you're looking at a soluble fiber. That means that the fiber is able to be absorbed better in your body. So normal digestion and providing energy for your body. This is water soluble. So awesome. So this is something that you can take in intake on a daily basis. All right, so the antioxidants fight against free radicals. Remember, we were talking about that, free radicals that block oxidation throughout the body, maintain energy. It's a puree. I said it right. This didn't sound right. But it includes the juice and the pulp. So you're getting the benefit of this berry's juice and the pulp and the peel of the berries, which contain calcium, potassium, iron, zinc, selenium, remember, riboflavin, which is the B2, and vitamin C. Natural source from this berry. Now, it doesn't grow here. So how do we get it? You can get it in the Ningxia Red. It does not grow here. You can get it in the Ningxia Red. This powerful, powerful, powerful berry. You can get it in Ningxia Red. Now, what Young Living has done is just up the ball game, which is phenomenal, and added more pure sources, right, of blueberry, plum, cherry, aronia, pomegranate. Look, I found out how good pomegranate was. I just love drinking pomegranate juice. It just tastes so wonderful. And grapeseed extract, right? So super, super cool. So from those, it has organic compounds, right? From that, you're going to have your antioxidant and your anti-inflammatory. Listen, again, more antioxidants, your vitamins and your minerals. Listen, this beautiful, beautiful berry, this beautiful, beautiful berry that has been being used for thousands of years as a major, significant, and when I say major, like all caps, all letters, major, significant berry, right? That has all of this benefit. You are talking about your kidney and liver health. Think about everything. Think about how your blood is flushed through, or I should say how your blood runs through and cycles through, right, and goes through a cleaning process, right? Think about cell rejuvenation. Think about those things. Think about oxidation throughout your body and what oxygen brings to you. I mean, just think about the capabilities of this berry. Like I said, I'm only going to touch on Nisha. We're going to actually have a deep dive discussion on Nisha on another class, but I at least want to share a little bit of this with you guys. So, and then on top of that, essential oils added in from oranges, lemon, tangerine, and yuzu, all the citruses. So, yeah, pretty awesome to say the least, right? Pretty awesome to say the least. I'm going to say goodbye to until next time. And everybody else, hold on and we'll go through your questions and get those answered. All right. Thank y'all so much for being here. Bye-bye.